What's going on, everybody, man? It's April 22nd. I actually just woke up about 15 minutes ago. Um, it was really tough to sleep last night. I mean, where do we begin with yesterday? I mean, a lot of people probably watched the game yesterday and saw how disappointing it was that this team once again just is as shambolic as it's ever been. Um, Chelsea lose yesterday 3-0 to Brighton, which now puts them seventh in the Premier League, and there's games going on today, I believe, and at the weekend that will put Chelsea as far down as 11th. And I've said that they're going to finish ninth. I'm going to go ahead and revise this. I think they're going to finish as low as 14th. Um, you know, we can talk about the performance yesterday, but I'll get to that in a second. But there needs to be a serious conversation about where the hell is this club even going, dude? I mean, if we want to get to the performance, we can get to the performance, but I have a few things I want to talk about here before we even get started on that because this team is in the bin, bro. It's absolutely in the bin, man. And we're going to go ahead and pull over to Twitter here first. Let me go ahead and get a different overlay for this because this is actually not what I'm looking for. Well, actually, I'll do this. Actually, let me go ahead and pull over. I'm not going to show my face for this right now, but it says from Fabrizio Romano. Meetings ongoing during the morning and again now at Chelsea to make the final decision on Liam Rosenior. The head coach always felt support from the hierarchy in recent weeks, but results have been poor, and Chelsea are seriously considering a change in direction, right? Then we also pull over here regarding Esteval. I wake up this morning, man, and this is why Enzo Maresca wasn't playing Esteval Willian every single game. And like I've been an advocate for having him play every single game because he's our best winger and he's the guy that probably will create the most opportunities on the wings. But when you see stuff like this, Chelsea winger Esteval suffers a grade 4 hamstring injury defeat by Manchester United. So he's missing the World Cup. He's out for the rest of the season. I said that last week or on Saturday that we're not going to see Esteval for the rest of the season. Now he's going to miss the World Cup. Why? Because an 18-year-old kid, our best attacking player, it looks like outside of João Pedro this season, is now likely to miss the next 4 to 5 months because of the over-reliance on him, on an 18-year-old wonder kid that has actually had a pretty decent season in his first season in England. And now he's missing his first World Cup. He's going to be able to go to the next one. He's only 18. So when he's 22, he'll be at the next World Cup, right? But the point is here, we absolutely ran this kid into the ground in his first season. Do you see why Enzo Maresca was trying to protect certain players like Reece James, like Esteval, even Cole Palmer to an extent? Do you see why he was protecting these players? They're key players that you can build a team around. And I haven't even got to the performance yet. Because if we're going to shift over to the performance, bro, and I'm going to go big screen for this, man. All right? Because some of the behavior yesterday and some of the passages of play that we saw yesterday, bro, were absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you set up in a back three, right? That alone, like when I spoke about Arne Slot and Liverpool setting up in a back five against PSG, that's essentially what this team set up in, except it was a 3-4-2-1. You got Liam Delap up top, Garnacho, I believe, and Pedro Neto were the two attacking tens. Then you got Enzo Caicedo and Lavia in midfield, right? That midfield should be a good balanced midfield to do something, right? But these players don't have any belief, man. Like, it's over. It's absolutely over. Brighton, on the other hand, can we give some credit to Brighton and Hove Albion for a second? They looked absolutely sensational yesterday. Now, we allowed that to happen, but you're scoring in the third minute, and the patterns of play they have, the movement off the ball they have, the crisp passing they have, the togetherness that they have, and they have a serious manager, in my opinion. Tony Bloom is doing an exceptional job. And we're buying players from Brighton. We're over here shopping at Brighton's front door every single summer, it seems like. And they're above us in the table. Why is that? You don't need to know rocket science to know what's going on here, guys. It's despicable, bro. It's absolutely despicable. The worst run of form since 1912. In 1912, bro, the Titanic sank. We haven't scored a goal in 5 Premier League games. Like, and people are still out there saying that it's okay. This team is just in a bad run of form. What the fuck are you watching, bro? Like, what the hell are we watching out here? I get on live yesterday. I get on live after the game, and I'm passionately saying, like, this enough is enough. I've been a fan of this team for close to 25 years, bro, and this is the worst I have ever seen them. Like, do we need to pull over to Twitter again and show you the scenes of disappointment that these players are having every single game, bro? Every single time. Every single fucking time. I mean, I'm going to go over here and we're just going to react to a lot of this stuff. Like, Marco. Absolutely terrible. So, all my Maresca haters, are you guys happy now? This is what you wanted, right? You wanted him gone because the style of football was boring, right? We were never going to be this bad under him. His worst loss as the manager of Chelsea was 3-0 to Brighton, right? We just lost 3-0 to them, but Liam Rosenior has found a way to have 4 3-0 defeats in a month. That's inexcusable. That's sackable. And I haven't even got to the ownership yet. Liam Rosenior should not. There's, like I said, there's been reports of him possibly getting the sack today. If we get through April 22nd and he's still the manager, there's nothing more that anybody could really say because we all know what's going on. It's the gaslighting and it's the enabling of poor results at this point. We can blame the players for not putting in effort yesterday and playing shambolic, but they've had no confidence since the turn of the year. They're consistently finding themselves behind in games. They're consistently playing with poor effort. Moises Caicedo was horrific yesterday. Enzo Fernandez, horrific yesterday. Liam Delap, horrific yesterday. Our best player in this team right now is I believe he's 21 years old. He's a 21-year-old left-sided center back who could play left back, and Joao Hato, bro. He's our best player right now in current form. That tells you everything you need to know about this team. Cole Palmer wasn't even in the squad yesterday. People want to say it's an injury. No, I think he's had a fallout. I think he's had a fallout with the manager. I truly believe that. And when you're a player of his quality, you're going to question what the hell you're doing tactically on the pitch because there is no tactical structure. There's no tactical discipline. These players don't know what the hell they're doing on the pitch. You're setting up in a back three away from home when you don't even have the necessary center backs to do that. It's like, what are we doing here? Right? Terry Flowers, right? Because our finances are shit. We're in debt in the billions. Right. Exactly. And Liam Rosenior, if he has respect for himself, he's gonna walk away tonight or today. Don't get sacked. Walk away, bro. Have some dignity for yourself. This isn't your job, bro. You're not cut from this cloth to manage this club right now in this current state. You're just not. You're just not. And we will get to the ownership in a second because there's going to be clips that I show here of the away traveling fans, right? Letting their feelings be heard to Egbali, to Rosenior. And honestly, towards the end of the game, I mean, after the game, the fans, in my opinion, it looked like they were clapping the players because in their heart of hearts, I don't think the fans really have an issue with the players because they know what is going on above them. This is out of the players' control at this point. All they can do is just go out there and put in a performance, but they're not even doing that because there's no confidence in the club right now. Everything is rotten, everything is toxic, everything is losing its luster in this club. The once great club that Chelsea was is slowly being turned into a player trading factory, and it's going to be relegated, in my opinion, in the next 2 years because the rest of the Premier League is catching up. We're seeing this with Tottenham right now. Who's to say that Chelsea aren't next? Who's to say that? You got multiple people saying the same thing that I've been saying for the past week and a half or so. Chelsea will be in a relegation battle next season. If this is the state of what the club is going to be in, they just will. And you think I like saying that? You think Chelsea fans want to think about the possibility of relegation? But this is where this ownership is trying to take us. They want us to get relegated. They don't want us to do anything. They want us to be like Tottenham. They want to be like Brighton so bad, but the team that you're trying to be is absolutely ripping you apart every single game. Every single time you go against Brighton, they are ripping you to shreds. Why? Because their model is built for their club. Brighton aren't the most ambitious club in the world, but right now they have a possibility of getting into the Europa League and probably almost sneaking to the Champions League, which is nuts. Chelsea are finishing in 14th, bro. I keep on saying this. Luis, bro. There's nothing. I predicted 3-0 as well. I went on their Instagram yesterday. They had the preview for it. I said 3-0 Brighton. Not just mid-table obscurity, bro. They are going to single-handedly find themselves damn near the relegation zone by the end of the season. Right, and I said this. I agree with that. Yeah. I've been saying this too, is that Real Madrid's not going to come in for Hernandez now. They're absolutely not coming in for him. The state of the team right now, Enzo Fernandez's value is dropping significantly. He says he's around 80 million. I still think he's around the 85 to 90, but at the same time, if form continues and this is how shit's going to be, his value is going to drop to about 60 to 65 million. And then you're going to start seeing teams thinking it's a bargain to go get him. And once they get him, he's going to end up looking like a damn good midfielder. That's what's going to happen. So you buy Enzo Fernandez for 60 million, and then he ends up upping his value by being at a better club. It's insane, bro. Right? And then this is what I want to show you guys the most. This is for all the Enzo Maresca haters and shit, bro. That's what baffles me about people, bro. That's what baffles me, bro, is that people were saying that Enzo Maresca doesn't have a defensive structure, but when you're conceding the third least amount of goals in the Premier League, you have some type of defensive structure, and you're supposed to build on that. If I'm able to pull up how many goals they conceded last season, actually, I can do this. Enzo, as of late 2025, Enzo Maresca conceded 54 goals in 50 Premier League games, right? Roughly just over a goal a game. Now he has 17 clean sheets, sure. In his first 50 league games, right? You're just conceding over a goal a game, right? But generally, he was ranked one of the most top defensive teams in the league during his tenure. When you have Tosin, Badiashile, Chalaba, all these players, right? And you have the third best defensive record in the league, and then we sack that for a guy that can't even keep a ball away from his box at this point. We have a guy that has no tactical structure whatsoever, and you expect him to be keeping clean sheets. Chelsea haven't kept a clean sheet in I don't know how many games. I think they said 12 games. No clean sheets. You're conceding in just about every single. I think their last clean sheet, bro, was Brentford at home. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, my dogs went a little crazy there for a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and play this again. Like, look at these results, bro. 5-2 to PSG, 1-0 to Newcastle, 3-0 to PSG, 3-0 to Everton, 7-0 win against Port Vale. Get that result out of here, bro. Who cares? Right? 3-0 to Man City, 1-0 to Manchester United. Now, 3-0 away to Brighton. How many three-goal margins are in there, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 3-goal margins that this team has. They haven't scored. Take Port Vale out, bro. They haven't scored since away to PSG. You should be putting 7 past the League One side. And speaking of League One, Leicester City got relegated to League One, bro. How insane is that? They won the Premier League 10 years ago. Now they've found themselves in League One. Absolutely insane, man. Chelsea may end up in that same position in a few years if they don't get their shit together. What's up, Rambo? It's my doggy right here, guys. I'm not. I'm not. A Manchester United side that had a makeshift back line didn't have three of their center halves, and they still found a way to squeak out a 1-0 win against us. That's how bad we are, bro. When you have to make a makeshift back line and you're Michael Carrick and you still go to Stamford Bridge and you still get the result, it tells you everything you need to know. And Man United are actually having a decent season now. Right. Who the fuck is being platformed by Liam Rosenior right now? João Pedro? João Pedro hasn't scored, I believe, since what is it? Aston Villa away? He hasn't scored since when he had the hat trick that I predicted. Go and check out the video for that. I predicted he would score a hat trick against Aston Villa in my preview for that, but he hasn't scored since. Give me a second. I gotta sneeze. Like he hasn't scored since. Like he hasn't. Who's being platformed? Cole Palmer? He's been shit. Caicedo? He's regressed. Liam Delap? He's been shit all season. Reece James? He's injured. Estevao? He's injured. Who has improved under Liam Rosenior? Who improved under Enzo Maresca? Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, Cole Palmer. You can probably say João Pedro too, if you really want to. I would even say Reece James, with how he's able to play inverted, right? As that inverted second defensive midfielder to form a pivot with Moises Caicedo and stuff, right? Who's improved? Mark Cucurella improved. You can even say Trevor Chalobah improved under Enzo Maresca, bro. Who's improved under this manager? Nobody. Right. Which is horrible mentality, bro. Right. Do you guys remember last season when Cole Palmer didn't score a goal from the game against Bournemouth all the way to when he had the penalty against Liverpool where Chelsea won 3-1? He was crap. Like literal crap. He wasn't playing well. Right? You can make the argument that Cole Palmer has not played well, really, since the turn of 2024 to 2025. Right? Then he found his form in the Club World Cup. You know, it is what it is. But since that point, he has not found any run of form. Now, there was a clip I saw where there was a challenge from him, a Bayer Leverkusen player, where he had his ankle taken out, and people are saying that's when we saw last Cole Palmer. I'm gonna be real, bro. He's been crap for over a year now, and that's my favorite player on the team, bro. And I'm pretty sure it's a lot of favorite. I'm pretty sure he's a lot of favorite of a lot of fans there, right? But at the end of the day, he's been crap. He's been absolutely shambolic, and I'm not surprised that he wasn't in the squad yesterday. I said he needed to be dropped. And I don't want to hear about an injury. No, he needed to be dropped, bro. I don't want to hear about an injury. I don't want to hear that. He needed to be dropped. Absolutely. Like it, enough is enough of trying to hold the golden boy up to a pedestal and he's untouchable. No, if you're playing like shit, Cole, you're gonna get dropped, bro. Immediately. I don't care. Landed, bro. Wild. Yeah, bro. Blue Co out. Get them the fuck out of the club, bro. It's absolutely despicable what is going on here. I appreciate everyone tuning in, man. Exactly. Exactly. Everybody wanted Enzo Maresca. A lot of people wanted Enzo Maresca out. And now, how do you guys feel about it now? How do you guys feel about it now? I don't want to hear that he wasn't the solution. What manager is out there in the market that was able to do what he did? I don't want to hear about Jurgen Klopp. I don't want to hear about these elite managers because elite managers are not coming to Chelsea, bro. As long as these owners are here, an elite manager is not coming anywhere near this football club, bro. Because what makes those managers so great? They have a say in how the club is being ran, right? Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, right? Even Vincent Company at Bayern Munich has a say in how the club is being ran in a sense, right? Hansi Flick, right? Like, how many more managers do I need to name here? All those managers, even Sir Alex Ferguson, right? Arsene Wenger. What did they have a say in how the club is being ran? What kind of players they want at the club? These owners have no idea how to run a football club. Your manager needs to be in the boardroom letting you guys know what players he needs to take this team to the next level. And what did Enzo Maresca want over the summer? A center half, a goalkeeper, and maybe two more attackers, right? Because realistically, when you look at the Chelsea squad at the start of the season, given the momentum they had, all they really need was to sprinkle in maybe 3 or 4 experienced players in this squad, along with the young players that they already have, because they have some quality young players. And you would be able to actually take this team up to the next level because they believe in the way that he was tactically setting them up. And especially when you have consistency for a full season and then a half a season, and then he's all of a sudden out, that's going to do something to the player's mental, bro. It's going to do something to it. So there's just so much lack of accountability from everybody, bro. And then we see this Alejandro Garnacho can't even get past the warm-up coach. This is the state of affairs we have on the wings, bro. It's shambolic. And like this is what I saw here. And I don't know how legit this was, but it says breaking Liam Rosenior drops Cole Palmer for versus Brighton, and the reason is explosive. Sources close to Chelsea claim the decision wasn't just about form. It came after a heated disagreement behind the scenes. Palmer is said to have questioned the manager's tactics and training, reportedly telling teammates the system is too safe and kills attacking players. That didn't go down well. Listen, if this is true and he actually said that, bro, like big up Cole Palmer for that, bro. Honestly, because he's seen what the fans are seeing, and he's on the pitch, so he would be able to tell us if it works out, really. Rosenior, already under pressure, is believed to have taken it personally and made a statement by axing one of the team's biggest names from the starting 11. Insiders say this isn't an isolated issue either. There was growing tension in the dressing room, with several players frustrated over constant tactical changes and lack of attacking freedom. Palmer's recent dip in form may have given the manager the excuse, but this decision feels deeper than football. Big call, big risk. They struggled today, but at the same time, having Cole Palmer in the squad was not gonna have us beat Brighton today or yesterday, bro, because he's been shit. So it doesn't matter. I've said he needed to be dropped, but if he's out here calling out the manager for how he runs, how he does his tactics, big up Cole Palmer, bro. Keep on speaking. The UK government actually destroyed Chelsea. Yeah, when players were leaving, plus the when others were leaving, plus the useless coach Enzo stayed back and to listen to the fans. I thought y'all said he's not passionate about the club because he would like to live in Madrid. You can see the look of dejection on his face, bro. I don't think he's ever been in a team that's been in this run of form, bro. 3-0 Brighton, get the fuck out the club, bro. Look, Ekbali sent a message as soon as it goes to 3-0. He fucked up and he knows it. Just leave, man. You messed up Chelsea. Get out too. Yeah. They both need to leave. He just looks absolutely shell shocked. And you need to get out of the club, bro. Just get the fuck out. Get out, please. Ugly full-time scenes. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Then you got Liam Rosenior over here trying to walk over here, bro, holding his hand to his heart. You're done. You're cooked. Get out, bro. Just leave. No, get out, bro. Leave. Leave. It's so sad, dude. What is going on? I mean, the players are just standing there, bro. Like, what are they supposed to do at this point? They don't believe in anything anymore. What are they supposed to do? Like, you see in the background, the Brighton fans are having a party, bro, because they jumped us in the table, and more than likely, we'll probably finish about 7 or 8 points above us in the league. This is going to be worse than the 22-23 season, bro. And all the signs have been pointing to it for a very long time, man. Let me go ahead and mute that real quick. Like, Kukure's face is like lifeless, bro. Blue Co out. Let's go ahead and pause it right there, man. Let me go ahead and go back a little bit. That's the message right here, guys. We want our fucking Chelsea back. That's all we want. We want our fucking Chelsea back, bro. I remember last season when we were away to Tottenham and we came back and we took the 3-2 lead. I remember Chelsea fans were singing, "We have our Chelsea back. We have our Chelsea back." It's not there anymore. Enzo Maresca brought some type of belief back in the fan base. Even though there were haters out there for him, he brought the belief back in the fan base that we can actually go on and challenge for major honors. We're nowhere near that. We're more likely to get relegated next season than we are to challenge for the top four. That's just how it's going to be. I mean, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do, bro. Like, this is probably like one of the saddest scenes. Like, the look in his eyes, bro, it tells you everything. All the players' eyes. It's just dejection. It's they don't know what to do. They're shot. They can't wait for the season to be over. This, like Moises Caicedo, the guy that recently just signed a contract. Look at the look in his eyes, bro. Like, I just have made the biggest mistake in my career. Signing a contract extension. What the fuck was said to these players when they got the contract extension? Right? Like, what was said? Because there's no way that you resign and you're continuously gonna be put in these games, in these situations, bro. There's no way. So I don't know what assurances they were given, but come on, bro. I don't hate. I mean, there's players on this team that I can't stand right now, right? Garnacho's one of them. Liam Delap is probably in the top 2 players I cannot stand right now, bro. He also him. We're gonna have a major conversation about Garnacho, bro. Like, he's absolutely one of the worst wingers I've ever seen in my life, bro. And he happens to play for Chelsea. It sucks, bro. Like, I mean, people can say that he's not good enough. I'm gonna say this. I think you guys are tripping. This team is horrific, dude. There's nothing more I can really say about it. We're all just waiting. We're all just waiting for the. We're all just waiting for the news that, or the club's statement from Chelsea at this point. Breaking: Chelsea have already had contact with Iraola. Edin Terzic is another name on the short list. Iraola would be a good appointment, in my opinion, but is he going to have any control? Probably not. Just got a text from a reliable person I respect so much. He told me that Rosenior's successor will shock the world. He wouldn't give me any names, but he left a subtle hint badly. What do you mean by that? Igor Tudor, bro. Imagine if we sack him. I'll be honest. Like, this is what I will say. There's a few managers that I will find absolutely hilarious if they actually slide to Chelsea. One would be Sean Dyche. I don't want that, mainly because I don't think he would succeed at Chelsea, for one. Two, could you see a scenario where they actually turn back to Enzo Maresca? Like, if they do that, then, like, what the hell, dude? You did all this to try to prove a point, and then you go get the guy back that actually brought us back to relevancy? If I'm Enzo Maresca, I'm coming nowhere near this club, bro. Bye. No, I'm blocking Chelsea FC immediately. I wouldn't want to come back. Fuck that. Who the hell would want to come back to this club right now, man? It's ridiculous, dude. But we all know that if Liam Rosenior does get sacked, this is who our manager will be, guys. Now, to be fair to him, of course he's going to take the Chelsea job. Of course he would. Why wouldn't he? But it's going to be the same situation as Liam Rosenior, bro. If you're bringing him in, he's an intern. But they need to go get somebody in the summer or make the permanent move now. But he's not the answer, bro. He just is not. Xabi Alonso, Cesc Fabregas, Felipe Luis, and Adoni Iraola. I would probably go between. Xabi Alonso's not going to come, bro. Cesc Fabregas, maybe. Iraola could possibly be one. I think Felipe Luis, I don't think that's going to happen. Because it would just be the same situation as Liam Senior, bro. He doesn't have Premier League experience as a manager. So I wouldn't do it. Neither does Cesc Fabregas, but at least with Fabregas, he's a former player that can actually get a tune out of players. Liam Senior can't do that. Begdad Gbali has asked his leadership team, headed by Stewart and Winstanley, to start drawing up a short-term contingency plan. Yeah, I mean, he's out. He's out. I feel the same way. So is Maresca still a bad coach? No, never was. Like, dude, this is really bad, man. No, like, dude, this is bad, man. Like, I've always heard that it's not the home fans that generally will get the message out. It's the away support that will get the message out. Because one, they're paying money to the other club. Two, they're able to bring banners and whatever kind of stuff you want to bring in there to protest, because Brighton's not going to say don't do that, right? But generally, away fans are going to be the ones that really push the issue. Now, we had the protest, but away fans, in my opinion, are really the key to get this guy out of here and to get this ownership out of here. This is as toxic as it's ever been. I almost want to find like the actual video to this, dude. Let me go ahead and pull over to YouTube real quick, because I got time today. I got maybe another hour in me and streaming. Got to go to work soon. Let me go ahead and pull over here real quick, and I'm gonna probably go to the very end of this. You guys, actually, It's literally the same thing. Never mind. Okay, whatever. But I mean, that's bad. That's very bad. That's funny. Lemur Senior said goodbye to his staff and players at the end of the Brighton game and didn't even do a post-match team talk. Callum McFarlane is in line to take over the team temporarily as the club decide on a successor. He knows he's done, and we did see him do the whole, like, he did a handshake. And if you watch his post-match interview, I will say this: he is definitely feeling the pressure, and he knows he's cooked. When he starts saying stuff like, I don't understand what that performance was, it's embarrassing. And I'm going to pick a team on Sunday who will represent this club. You may not even make it to Sunday, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy shit, bro. This club is cooked. Okay. Cool. Got some pretty good news to share with you guys. After Sunday, I will be coming on here and telling people what's been going on. I'm very happy with where my life is going right now. Yeah. Anyways, I'll be real, bro. Liam Rosenior is on the verge of being sacked. Sources claim they could announce his departure soon as this evening. So out here on the West Coast, it is 8:25 a.m. In London, I believe it's 4:25. You're gonna probably see a message from Chelsea. My time, probably in my opinion, around 12 o'clock p.m. I think they're gonna sack him in the nighttime, and he's not gonna have a job starting tomorrow. And who the interim manager will be for the rest of the season, God knows, bro. Nobody really knows. And at this point, who cares? Because I said this yesterday in my live stream. Like, I'm not watching another Chelsea game this season. I can't. Because mentally it's gonna fuck with me. Like, I'm good, bro. Like, I'm good. And like I don't and I always watch Chelsea games. Yesterday was the first time in about 15 years where I've missed a full 90-minute game because one, I was working, and two, mentally I didn't want to do it. Because I predicted a 3-0 result yesterday, and a lot of people were predicting 3-0, bro. Because we all saw the writing on the wall before the match even started. This game is going to end 3-0 to Brighton. And Danny Welbeck comes on in the 81st minute, only played 9 minutes, and still found a way to score a goal. And then they put salt in the wounds yesterday, right? He does the sue, right? Like, he's doing that as basically salt in the wounds to this club, bro. He's the same guy that scored the third goal at the Bridge in the reverse fixture. He scores the third goal in this fixture. Blueco, you guys should be absolutely fucking ashamed of yourselves. Absolutely fucking ashamed of yourself. You guys are a fucking disgrace. You're killing this football club, this great football club, bro. For what reason? For your fucking greed, private equity schemes, and to be perfectly honest, you're turning this club into probably the biggest laughing stock in the world right now. It's absolutely embarrassing what is going on here. And yes, I come on here and I say the same shit all the fucking time because it needs to be fucking said. Fans need to keep pushing the fucking message. Blueco out, bro. Fans need to keep pushing the message. Get this joker out of the fucking club, bro. These owners were never serious. From the minute they came in, they were never serious. And we still have people in the fan base saying, oh, no, it's okay, like, we're just in a bad run of form. No team is this bad. Tottenham, Wolves, and Burnley have all scored more goals than Chelsea in the past 5 Premier League games, and all 3 of those teams are in the fucking relegation zone. And people still want to sit here and say, "Oh no, everything will be okay." In what world is this club okay right now? What the fuck are you guys watching? Right? Like, what are we watching out here? It's ridiculous, dude. Like, do any of these other Chelsea fans out here have any kind of shame on what's going on? That you're being this delusional in what's going on here? Oh, but the players are out there playing bad, so that's why we're not picking up points. No, dude. The players are mentally shot. You took away exactly what they believed in, and now you're reaping what you sow with the guy that was out of his depth. And to be perfectly honest with you, not even the Strasbourg fans were really cool with, right? So you're bringing in a guy that's going to be a puppet for what this project is supposedly supposed to be. You go from 12th to 6th to 4th, and you're going to find yourself in 14th by the end of the season, man. It's despicable. It's ridiculous. There's been no improvement. You thought you get Enzo Maresca, and you have improvement there. It's done anything but that, bro. Anything but that. It's disgraceful, bro. It's absolutely fucking disgraceful. Like, I don't even know what to really say anymore, man. It's a shame. I'm just waiting for that Liam Rosenior has been sacked, bro. That's what we're all waiting for. We're waiting for that, and that's going to be the first ball moved when it comes to that. Sources say a mysterious name was mentioned in today's meeting. The Chelsea board are trying to make hard to make this happen as they continue to find. Bro, if they go back to Enzo Maresca, I'm gonna be pissed, dude. I'm gonna personally be upset. Because it's like, why did you sack him in the first place if you're gonna go out and go get him again? I'm not saying they are gonna go get him. I'm saying if they bring him back for some reason, why did you sack him in the first place? You intentionally sabotage this season if you did that. For what? Because he was speaking the truth about what's going on behind the scenes? The negative PR? The fact he wanted some type of control? Come on, bro. At this point, I wouldn't even want Enzo Maresca back. I wouldn't want to come back. I would block all contact from Chelsea FC and wait for that Man City job to open up at the end of the season. That's what I would do if I was him. If they find a way to get Xabi Alonso, that would be insane, bro. But I don't think it's going to happen. I have never felt this numb about watching this team, bro. Oh my god. I mean, how reliable are you, bro? I just want to make sure that we get this right before 707,000 followers. Okay, so it says, "Oh my god, breaking 2 top Chelsea officials just stormed out of a secret emergency meeting in total chaos." Bro, this club is being ran like an absolute circus, bro. And again, I appreciate everybody that is tuning in, watching, engaging, doing all that cool stuff, bro. This is just one of the worst runs of form and the worst scenes I've ever seen here, bro. I mean, I cannot believe how bad this is. Jesus Christ. Esteval is trying to convince Chelsea to release him to receive treatment in Brazil under CBF supervision for the dream of the World Cup. Chelsea initially wanted to operate on the thigh muscle, which would bury the chances of playing in the World Cup. Because Chelsea want to maintain the market value because eventually they're going to try to sell him. But for an 18-year-old kid to have a grade 4 hamstring injury is insane, dude. You ran him into the fucking ground. I mean, it's just unfortunate for us, Esteval, dude. I can't believe that. Some who work in the Premier League believe that the way Chelsea operates with influential sporting directors and hands-on ownership will put up truly elite managers from taking the role. Yeah, no elite manager is going to take the role, bro. It's not a belief; it's just a fact. It has been the case all along. Luis Enrique was ready to take the job at Chelsea, but he wasn't going to get the control that he wanted. Now he's at PSG. More than likely will win Ligue 1 again, but they did lose to Lyon at the weekend. So that title race with, I think it's Lens, is back on. And they're more than likely, they could probably repeat as European champions, but they didn't want anybody like him in the fold because he's too demanding of a manager, and he's not a yes man. Genuine question: who would you want to replace Liam Rosenior as manager? Roman Abramovich. I agree. Yeah, I think he's gonna be gone by the end of the day. Honestly. How are people feeling if Edin Terzic was the guy? Juventus want to sign a top goalkeeper this summer, and Alisson is seen as dream target. Liverpool extended until 2027, but talks with Alisson and I don't know how to say his name, bro. Marmar Dashvili, I think that's how you say it. Camp will take place in the next week. Alisson likes the idea of returning to Italy, but respects Liverpool and wants to assess of his future with the club. I mean, it's respectable. Understand that. Manchester United are monitoring all around for many situations. I mean, see, Manchester United have some type of vision. They're checking on Tchouaméni. Yeah, he would improve their midfield significantly. You guys wanted him to play each game under Enzo Maresca, but he said he's not ready, and he can see how many times he has gone injury under Liam Rosenior, who starts him always. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. I would take Iraola, bro. Yeah. Xabi Alonso's waiting for Liverpool. Cesc Fabregas will probably stay at Como. Iraola or Edin Terzic would probably be the two options that they should go after, but even then, it's like Chelsea should have an elite manager. Yeah, Liam Rosenior is in huge trouble, bro. Several candidates are being considered by Chelsea, including Adoni Iraola, who will leave Bournemouth at the end of the season. I mean, would Iraola, bro, would he actually take the job right now? If he has a brain? Now, would he be able to change how we play? Probably. But again, he's going to be a manager that wants some type of control on what players come in. Or is Blue Co going to do that? No. That they're really not. Yeah, bro. We're all seeing this now. He's on the verge of being sacked, dude. Must be sacked tonight. Can we talk about Leicester City? A team that won the Premier League in the 15-16 season. 5,000 to 1 odds, and officially now have been relegated to League One. They got relegated from the Premier League last season, and now they have been relegated to League One. The fall from grace. This could happen to Chelsea. This could absolutely happen to Chelsea. Former Premier League champions get relegated to the Championship, and then they're so bad in the Championship they get relegated to League One. How crazy is that, dude? It's crazy shit, man. It's quite funny that if Chelsea just kept the Sassy, Dewsbury Hall, and Kunku, Madueke, Sancho, and Jackson, we would have been a better team. But no, we had to flip and make profits. Nobody cares about the squad. Bro, I was an advocate for keeping Noni Madueke. I was an advocate for keeping Nicholas Jackson. Even Jadon Sancho, bro. Because Jadon Sancho would be a better left winger than what we have out there right now. Madueke would even be a better option on the left wing. Now that Esteval's hurt, you would love to have a Noni Madueke in your squad, right? Nicholas Jackson. If João Pedro's not hitting the ground running, Nico Jackson can go in there and put in a shift for you. Dewsbury Hall could probably start in our midfield right now. He could probably even start over Cole Palmer right now, bro. And Kunku hasn't really kicked off at AC Milan like that, but at the end of the day, he would probably be a better option than what we have on the left-hand side. It's crazy, dude. Anybody thought that was Matisse, bro? That's hilarious. The Blues feed understands that Liam Rosenior has been sacked. I want to see the official club statement before we really cover that. They will never blame the owners, but will always blame the players. Why would the board part ways with the coach to improve the team? Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. So I was listening to this yesterday from Frank LeBeuf, right? Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez are not leaders. I'm sorry. I've seen leaders. I played with Dennis Wise. I played with Craig Burley. I mean, you're mentioning Craig Burley, bro. I played with Roberto Di Matteo in the middle of the park. They were leaders. I don't even talk about the defenders like Marcel Asai, Steve Clark, and up front with Vialli, Hullet, Zola. Those players were successful at my time, and I don't even talk about after what we saw under Abramovich, right? So the leadership that Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo supposedly have or don't have, I mean, if I'm being honest, there's really no leader in this team anyway, bro. So, I mean, you're not saying anything new. The only real leader in this squad when he's fit is Reece James. I've said Enzo Fernandez is a leader because he's the vice captain of the club. That's really it. And honestly, it looks like he does hold his teammates accountable when they make stupid mistakes, but he also makes stupid mistakes on the pitch too. So it's like there's no leadership. Like the leadership comes from experience, bro. And you don't have any experienced players in a squad. So you're going to see a team that is shambolic as this, just free fall. Just free fall. That's what's going to happen. They're going to finish 14th. I'm going to continue to say this, bro. Chelsea are not finishing in the top 10. There's no shot. Not with how bad they've been. Didn't I just say this? I didn't even see this. Chelsea fans, huge news coming. Yes, most will like it. We've been given permission to break it at 8 p.m. UK time only. So like I said, around 12 o'clock my time out here on the West Coast, you're going to probably see a notification from Chelsea saying, we have decided to part ways with Liam Rosenior. We thank you for his effort and this and that, bro. I'll be real. I'll be completely honest, bro. What effort did you put in? Like, what effort did we put in? What's up, Rocky? Like, what effort did we actually put in here? None. There was no effort. You look shambolic. You had a good start to the season, yeah. But even then, bro, or you had a good little kickstart to your thing, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, he has single-handedly destroyed the mentality of this club, and the owners have single-handedly brought this team more in debt and destroyed the infrastructure of the club. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time, bro. That's crazy, man. Sorry about that, guys. Had to check some stuff on there. We all missed this guy too. I mean, but you know what, guys? Instead of talking about Chelsea here, I'm gonna probably do some reaction shit. I ain't gonna lie. Just with how bad everything has been, right? I mean, there is one thing I wanted to take a peek at. It's from Matisse too, actually, because he was saying some pretty spot on shit about what was going on, man.
Three-0 to Brighton. We just lost to a team that we have been doing our worst impression of. The irony, we've been trying to imitate them. This is the 4th season since we started doing that. And 50% of the time, it looks like they're going to finish above us. 2 out of the 4 seasons, it looks like they're going to finish above us. The first season, where we finished 12th, and now the 4th season, where we look like we could finish 12th. Maybe give us 10th at a push. Embarrassing. This is, for me, by far and away, the worst performance under this manager since he came in. And that is quite incredible that he's managed to take me to that next level of shit. Because look at this, look at the record that he's put up. Look at the win rate. Look at the results of recent. We have lost 3-0 more times than I can count. I don't even know anymore what the point is of this. I don't even know. What are we doing here?
Let me go ahead and count you how many times we've lost 3-0 and have 3-goal margins, bro. 5-2 to PSG, 3-0 to Man City, 3-0 to Everton, 3-0 to Brighton, and 5-2 to PSG. Let me say that again. 5-2 to PSG, 3-0 to PSG, 3-0 to Man City, 3-0 to Everton, and now 3-0 to Brighton. That is 5 3-goal margins that this team has absolutely got torn to shreds. And people still think it's okay. All right.
We are conceding truckloads of goals. We can't score any. Heck, we can't even get shots on target in the game. We didn't even have any shots on target. So, what are you good at? We can't control games.
That's another thing. If we pull up the stats real quick of the first half, right? Let's take a look at the stat. They didn't have a shot on target, bro, in the first half. They didn't have any shots, in my opinion. From what I saw, because I'm telling you guys, I didn't watch the game yesterday because I just couldn't do it. Halftime, right? It says they had 6 shots. That's for the entire game. They had no shots on target all game. They had 6 shots off target. Brighton conceded 15 fouls, but the expected goals, which everybody loves to look at, right? This scoreline could have been 6 or 7 yesterday. And I'll go ahead and show this before I go back to the Matisse. Go back to Matisse here, right? At the half. Look at this shit, bro. Win percentage in the first half, 38%. They had a 38% chance to win the game. Or I think that's how it is, right? But still, the point is here, this team is absolutely shambolic, bro. Arsenal are on 70 points. We are 22 points behind Arsenal, bro. 22 points. And 19 points behind Man City. 10 points behind Manchester United. 10 points behind Villa. 7 points behind Liverpool, who are going to probably win their game. And they'll be 10 points above us. We're going to finish 14th, bro. We're going to finish 14th. I'm going to keep on saying that until I know it's going to happen, because it's going to happen.
You can't defend. You can't defend set pieces. You can't defend in open play. You can't create chances. You can't shoot. You can't score goals. You don't even get red cards anymore. There's not even any ill discipline. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about at this point. It is just L after L, loss after loss, game after game. 5-2 against PSG. 1-0 against Newcastle, 3-0 against Man City, 1-0 against Man United, 3-0 against Everton, 3-0 against PSG, 3-0 against Brighton.
An important person in my life. Give me 1 second.
Oh, we have to score first to give ourselves a chance. 3 minutes in, 1-0 down. 3 minutes in, 1-0 down. We are arse. Everybody out. If I could make it happen yesterday, I would have done it. I hate to use the word hate, but I feel like it's actually necessary to say the word hate when it comes to some of these people in this football club right now. Certainly with the owners, certainly with the directors, and now with the manager and some of these players, I'm afraid. It's getting to that point. Hate. I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you dress. I hate the way you speak. I hate the way you eat, the way that you... I hate everything. I just hate everything. Genuinely, I'm getting to that point. The mere sight of you is making me angry. It's making me uneasy. We were so bad on every single level today, I cannot even begin to explain. If you didn't watch, it should have been 5-0. It should have been 3-0 at halftime. We should have lost by more goals than we did. Brighton, if they were better in the final third with their decision...
I took a look at the highlights like late night before I went to sleep, bro. And it generally, bro, like when they lose games, it's very tough to watch the highlights because I don't like seeing this team lose. But Jesus Christ, dude, when you're talking about what you need to do in terms of a content creator, you need to look at the game and shit like that. Brighton were absolutely playing with Chelsea, bro. They were absolutely playing with them. Absolutely.
Making, if they were better with their finishing at times, if Sanchez wasn't pulling, I think Sanchez may have broken a record today for how many saves he made in a game since records began.
Robert Sanchez's form has significantly regressed since Rosenior has come in. And like he said, he had to make like 90 million saves yesterday, and the scoreline could have been like 15 or 20-0, bro. Like, that's how bad they were, man.
Save after save after save. And then it was one of the windiest days ever. There was a tornado in Brighton. Records broken for miles per hour of winds because this guy kept kicking the ball out of play at every chance he possibly could. Another player that's regressed under this manager. Caicedo, another player that's regressed under this manager. Absolutely awful in midfield. In the first half, you would have thought that we were playing with 10 men, maybe even 9 men. We couldn't keep the ball. We got 3 midfielders out there that cost about 250 million and we can't even keep the fucking ball. The system that we were playing today, one of the most despicable, disgusting, nasty systems I've ever seen in my life. I'm watching Delap and Neto as a front two, both players who want to run that way. Not a single one of them want to drop in and link midfield to attack. Not a single one of them that can get in the half spaces and turn and create some angles for the attack. The wing play, non-existent. Didn't even go down the left in the first half. Anytime we went down the right, long ball, out for a goal kick. And then defensively, for every single goal, it doesn't matter which goal you want to speak on. Disgusting defending. We're assisting them. Hato, who's actually been good recently, from the first minute, from the first goal, assisting them for a finish. Danny Welbeck, of all people, getting a goal for himself. Disgustingly weak, fragile, and flimsy in the transition for the second. You can't win the duel. You can't win the 50-50. You're falling to the ground as a centre-back. Weak.
Can we talk about the second goal for a second, too? Because the second goal, bro, people can say it was a handball. I don't think it was a handball. The ball came up on his hand, and his hand was already in that position. So that's not a handball. You see a lot of players in the attacking line just stop and complain about the wanting a handball. But Brighton are on the counterattack, and it's like you said, the defending on the counterattack is absolutely disgusting. It's despicable. It's ridiculous. And this is what we're talking about here, is that our defense is shit, bro. You can get a U15 team, and they will probably tear Chelsea to shreds because there's no defensive structure, and there's no communication at that back line. And when your attackers aren't dropping in, like he said, this is why João Pedro is the main man up top. This is why Nicholas Jackson, when he was at the club, was able to drop in and link midfield to attack. This is why his connection with Cole Palmer was significant for this club, for this team. They created off each other and they bounced off each other so well. They are the perfect blend of what you need in attack. And what do? You send him out on loan because he gets 2 red cards at the end of the season and you feel like he's compromising the club. The only people that are compromising this football club are the fucking owners, bro. These players aren't compromising the club. And I'm getting tired of the player blame. We can criticize performances. We can criticize all that stuff. But at the end of the day, a fish rots from the head down. And you need to get the owners out. You need to get the sporting directors out. And you need to get Rosenior out today. You do. There's no more of this. Oh, well, no. You can't change over the summer. You're cooked. You don't have any money. You need to sell to buy. The Athletic posted the finances that Chelsea are dealing with right now. You think these owners wanted that out? Absolutely not. That's more negative PR. Now they're going to have to cover their asses somehow, right? You got to sell players in order to bring players in. You won't have a front of shirt sponsor once again at the start of the season because you guys are a temporary shirt sponsor on a temporary shirt sponsor basis because you want 60 to 65 million a year. What sponsor is going to come in right now and give Chelsea 60 to 65 million a year without Champions League football, bro? It doesn't matter if you're playing in the Premier League. The Champions League is where the exposure really is. And you're going to be sitting out of Europe trying to get a major front of shirt sponsor. That's not going to happen. Where's the stadium plan? That's in the bin. Where are the experienced players? You're pocketing money because you don't want to pay the wages. That's what's going on here, guys.
You're meant to be some of the strongest, most, athletic, dominating people on the pitch at centre-back. They're weak. They're weak. Weak-minded, weak physically. Weak individuals. Absolutely disgusting performance. When is the next protest? When is the next damn protest? I cannot wait. That is the only thing that's brought me joy in the last few days with this club, in relation to this club.
I will say, right?
I don't want to hear no quotes. I don't want to hear no comment. I don't want to hear no talk from no.
When is the next protest? There needs to be one every weekend at this point. Not a Project CFC. If you see this, bro, we need to get these protests, not just out here in the UK. If we need to get it out here going in the States, just let the American fans know. And we can probably organize something, bro. Like if there's any West Coast Chelsea fans, American Chelsea fans watching, we need to collaborate so we can figure something out, bro. We do. We need to push this. We need to push it because the people out in London and in France are doing their due diligence. If there's American Chelsea fans out there that are looking to get a protest going, we need to get a collaboration, bro. We really do. We really need to push the fucking issue. Sacking Liam Rosenior is not going to be enough, bro. Don't let the PR shit fool you afterwards and any of that. Don't let any of that fool you, bro. The message is still clear. Blue Co out, Clear Lake out, Egbali out, Winston Lee and Stewart, get the fuck out. That's exactly the message. There's everything's broken, bro.
One. But Chinese whispers, Reece James was promised that with his new contract, we're going to do this, that, and the third. And it went down the grapevine to Cole Palmer. And he wouldn't sign if he didn't think this. And Caicedo, I don't know what you lot have done. You've signed your lives away, signed your careers away. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what you were promised. You must have got that Harry Kane, Daniel Levy, gentleman's agreement bullshit going on. Because I'm telling you right now, we financially cannot compete now. We have spent all the damn money and we ain't getting no form of Europe that is going to be able to give us shit. In fact, at this point, we're better off not even getting Europe because we have to comply with UEFA financial fair play if we find ourselves going to Kazakhstan, drinking fermented horse milk and eating apples in Kazakhstan.
I just saw on Instagram right now that Jose Mourinho has offered himself to Real Madrid. Would you guys like to see Jose Mourinho back at Madrid? I think that would be insane if he goes back, bro. Would you guys take him back at Chelsea? No, I think he would have too many issues, bro, with the ownership. He would speak his mind. He would. Find
ourselves in that predicament? Oh, we're going to be fucked. Because then we're going to have to spend accordance to them. But then I have to think about watching this team once a week. Oh, my goodness. The gap in the week. Oh, that's going to be awful. That's going to be torrid. But this manager's under no pressure. Well, they say pressure makes diamonds, so it makes sense. Because this guy is inept, out of his depth. But there's no accountability, and there never will be. And he won't be moved on for results. Why? Because he's just a public fucking speaker. That's what this position is. It's not about tactics. It's not about systems. It's not about man management. It's not about human resources.
Liam Rosenior is literally the spokesperson for Blue Co, bro. And everyone has been saying that. He is the spokesperson. He is the main puppet of what's going on here. What a pause screen, by the way.
It's about public speaking. As long as you can talk shit and talk your way out of anything, you will be perfect for this managerial position at Chelsea. And that's what he does. He talks. He talks the talk and he doesn't walk the walk. But you know what? When you look at the bench today, again, we talk about it. Awful. Every single substitution, pointless. He changed his system in the second half. Alejandro Garnacho, one of the worst footballers I've ever seen at my football club.
Yep.
Utter disgrace. What a shambolic...
This is what I will say, bro. And I said I'm going to have a conversation about Garnacho, and we're going to have it here, bro. What an absolute shambolic footballer we have at our disposal, bro. This guy can't even get past a coach during warm-ups, bro. So what makes, like, his dribbling is so basic. His trickery is so basic. He is the most basic winger I've ever seen come to this club. And we've had some shit wingers come here, but he may be one of the absolute worst wingers that have put on that blue shirt, bro. He is absolutely dog shit. And when he signed, I was trying to give him some type of credit and leeway in terms of, you know, maybe a change of scenery will do well for him. It didn't end well at Manchester United, but he's scored 1 goal in the league since October, bro. And yeah, he scored against Wrexham. He scored in the Carabao Cup. Sure, bro. But come on, man. Come on, bro. What are we doing here? It's horrific. This is shambolic, man. He's horrible. And yes, he's going to be gone at the end of the season. If he's still here next season, then yeah, I mean, we're cooked. I mean, we've been cooked. It'll be even more cooked on the wings.
Disgusting player he is. He is so shit. But the data will tell you, oh, the underlying metrics, the off-the-ball movement, the expected threat, the XG, the shots per game. Foolishness, idiocy, clownery, of the highest order, that you've actually put down real money, real cash, real change for this player. It's like playing with 10 men every time he's on the pitch. Just turnovers, doesn't track runners, weak in duels, and offside all the fucking time. Awful footballer. Yeah? Mark Gue got a new haircut. On the pitch, just goes to show the state of our club. Look at the players we're bringing off the bench. Look at the individuals that are on the fucking bench. No Palmer today, didn't really matter. He's been poor anyway. No Pedro. The midfield, arse. The only part of the team that we've, expensively assembled, arse today. The defense, arse as usual. Brighton, having their way with us, toying with us. Matoma's doing a kick up and a volley.
1 second, guys. My dogs need to go pee real quick. Let's keep you guys out there for a second. Oh. Oh, shit. What's happening there? Give me a second. 1 second, guys. I need to do something real quick. Okay. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I had to take my dogs to go use the restroom real quick. My apologies for that. Still appreciate everyone that is here tuning in. Sorry for the long delay and all that. My dogs are the priority when they're basically asking me to go use the bathroom. But let's go ahead and get back to this.
Everybody's having a jolly up. Shot after shot after shot, chance after chance after chance. Van Heck is dribbling through our midfield, getting on the end of crosses in open play. Build up play and triangles, and Brighton having a great day out. And we, another loss. We sitting in 7th. We about to be leapfrogged by the Brentfords, the Bournemouths, the Evertons, all sorts of teams that are sitting behind us. And there will be not a bit of accountability about it. This ownership is genuinely scum. You are absolute scum. Genuinely. The worst you could hope as a football fan is that they're only interested in the money and the business, which means top 4 is mandatory, but the ambition...
On this video last night, I said, my guy, we're finishing 14th. Enzo Maresca's worst loss with 3-0 to Brighton. Rosenior has managed 4 3-0s in a month. It's ridiculous. And if you want to count the 5-2, they have found a way to lose by 3-goal margins in 5 games in the past month. It's absolutely despicable, bro. No excuse.
ambition to go higher and achieve more is not a priority. These lot don't even have that. We know they've taken out high interest loans that they'll probably never be able to pay off. We know that they're not going to get Champions League football for the third time in 4 seasons. They don't have any fucking front of shirt sponsors lined up for next season, as they haven't for the previous. They are losing a ridiculous amount of money on players that they won't be able to sell, they won't be able to flip, they won't be able to make a profit on. Their recruitment is absolutely arse. There's no accountability there. Their managerial appointments and hiring process is absolutely arse. You are just a bag of shit in every category, in every area you could possibly be shitting. And it's incredible that you managed to hoodwink, convince, manipulate, whatever you've done to some of these players to sign extensions on contracts that were already death row.
Right.
Man, them are in death row contracts saying, if you don't feed me or else. You, man, are in serious shit. I'll tell you that for free. Serious shit. Because I don't know what empty promises you've been told. I'm telling you now, it's not going to be down to what they promised you. It's going to be down to the finances and what they can afford and who they can get rid of and when in a World Cup year with an inept manager with zero pull and zero.
We are in a World Cup year. This is going to be the opportunity for a lot of players. If they're looking for a move away, playing in the World Cup is going to justify why they're going to get the moves away, right? You're telling me that Enzo Fernandez's form isn't going to improve once he gets to the Argentinian national team? Moises Caicedo's form won't improve when he gets to Ecuador? João Pedro's form will improve once he gets to Brazil? Cole Palmer's form may improve when he gets called up to the England squad, bro. Marc Cucurella's form will improve once he's in the Spanish camp. Like, what more is there need? What more needs to be talked about? Maybe even Pedro Neto's form may improve when he gets to like the Portuguese squad, bro. But I think he needs to go too in the summer. I think he needs to be sold. It's absolutely insane. We're in a World Cup year, and it looks like players right now, and credit to them, they're focusing on the World Cup at this point. They need to make sure their bodies are intact. Now you have Esteval, who's more than likely going to miss the World Cup because the over-reliance on an 18-year-old kid as our best winger at this club is insane. Is insane, bro. When you've had wingers come through this club like Eden Hazard, like Willian, like Pedro, right? Like Gianfranco Zola. How many, like, do we need to continue on about the quality of wingers this club has had? And now we have Garnacho, Gittins, Pedro Neto as the winger options. This club's in the bin, bro. The recruitment is ass.
Anything about him for any player to want to sign up to, let alone the fact that we're not going to have any European football most likely. Disgraceful.
I've been saying that for a long
absolutely
time,
disgraceful. Bro. I feel sick to my stomach watching that game today. I wanted that game over at halftime. At halftime, I was ready for that game to be finished. I don't know how these people travelled all the way to Brighton midweek, giving up bedtime stories for sons and daughters, missing Southeastern last trains to London Victoria. These men are still standing there. I don't know how. And you think it's going to be good enough to go and clap them and go and say sorry to them? It's not good enough. You lot just keep losing game after game, not competing game after game, getting battered game after game. I've never seen a run like it. No draw in there, no goal in there for a little bit of a celebration, not even a consolation goal when you're 3-0 down for a 3-1. L off.
When you have teams like Burnley, Tottenham, and Wolves scoring more goals than you, and those 3 teams are more than likely going to go down, you already know, like, you should already know that there are serious issues in the squad. You haven't scored a goal in 5, bro, in the league. The worst run of form since the Titanic sank in 1912. We're breaking pre-World War I records in 2026. It's insane, dude. World War I believe, started with 1917, 1918. The Titanic sank in 1912. We were just coming out of the Industrial Revolution at that point. Like, The 1906 earthquake happened in San Francisco. Chelsea Football Club was founded in 1905, bro. It's crazy, bro.
After L, no goals, nothing whatsoever. And you've got still games where teams are fighting for their lives to come in Forest and Tottenham, Liverpool away, and you've got Leeds on Sunday in the FA Cup semi-final. Their fans are going to be up for it. I cannot pluck out a single positive result with this team till the rest of the season.
Like I've been saying, if people have been watching my streams for the past few weeks, I've been saying that Chelsea are going to lose out the rest of the season. And they're going to be the team that eventually keeps Tottenham up in the Premier League, because Chelsea will lose to Spurs at the Bridge, bro. Because Spurs are going to be as desperate as they've ever been. I think the possibility of them coming to the Bridge and actually getting 3 points is a real possibility. And when are Chelsea fans ever saying something about that? Tottenham right now, they're in the relegation zone, but they're better than us right now. They're scoring goals, at least. We're not even putting the ball in the back of the net. And the object of the game, the point of the game of football, is to put the ball in the back of the net. At least Tottenham are doing that. Now, they're conceding, but at least they're putting balls in the back of the net. We're not doing anything like that. We can't even get a shot on target. So you really think we're beating Tottenham right now? Roberto De Zerbi may have a real master plan on that day. But will there be a new manager at that same time? I don't know. We got to see if Liam Rosenior gets sacked today. If he gets sacked, then maybe there's an upturn in results, but the mentality is already in the bin. So I don't know. I doubt it.
At this point, I really can't. I don't know if they don't give a shit anymore. I don't know. The system today sold us.
The players don't care anymore, bro.
And yeah, all we're hearing is we think we still back this manager. We think we still back him, and we see a long-term future. And the manager's singing from the same song sheet saying, yeah, I'm really glad that they're backing me. You should be ashamed.
That's what they said about Graham Potter, too. And not even a few weeks later, he was sacked because results continued to go on a downward spiral. This is worse than Graham Potter, bro. He's accumulated less points than Graham Potter. And we still have the audacity to say, before we saw everything this morning, that you still have belief in this manager, but this game is a results business. And if you're not picking up results, you have to go. If Roman Abramovich was still the owner of this club, Liam Rosenior would have been sacked after the third consecutive loss. Because Roman Abramovich would not have stood for a 5-game losing streak in the league where you're not scoring a goal. He would have made the change immediately. That's just how it would have went.
You shouldn't even want to be complicit. You shouldn't even want to be here. You should walk like the other manager did, but got criticism for it. I can see why Maresca walked.
Yeah.
I can see why he didn't bother with his payout. Right. Because there was a little bit of pride. There was a little bit of self-worth. He said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gone. I'm not working with this. This is...
Exactly. He could say, fuck the millions of dollars you guys owe me. You guys essentially disrespected me, and you guys couldn't own up to your part of the contract by saying, like, if you get us top 4 and then you get us some pieces. He wanted an improved contract to where he can have some say on what players come in. The owners didn't want to do that. Why? Because they don't want anybody in there with too much control. They want to be hands-on. If you guys want to be hands-on so bad, come down to the touchline where your puppet is, and then try to tactically coach this team. You guys are going to look like an absolute shit show, like you guys already are. Like I said, Enzo Maresca had the identity for this club. They got rid of him because he spoke out and he spoke the truth about what's going on. And like Matisse right here said, he had enough pride in himself as a man to say, I don't need your fucking money. I'm going to get the fuck out of here because of the way that I'm being treated here and the way that how you're not listening to what this club actually needs. If you guys really have the best interests of the club, which they absolutely don't.
This is damaging to my reputation. This is damaging to my morals, my moral compass. I can't do it. Take the money. The manager that kept Reece James fit, the manager that kept Esteval fit, the manager that was criticized for all these different things. But hey ho, it could get worse. And it just did. It just did. Honestly, I pray for us all because I don't know what the hell we're going to do whilst these people are running this football club and whilst they're employing these individuals below them. We are cooked.
Cooked, fried,
Absolutely
whatever
cooked.
adjective you want to put out there, bro.
But comment below and you can talk to me and tell me just how cooked we actually are. But it is a disgrace. It's a serious disgrace.
We are a well done filet mignon, bro. And nobody gets a filet mignon well done. I work in the food business, bro. And the amount of filet mignons I got to make for the people that at work and stuff that are well done kind of irritates me because it's like you're ruining a good piece of meat because you want this shit to essentially be as chewy as possible. Is essentially, and then you spit it out. That's essentially what's going on here. Chelsea have been fried and they have been cooked like a well done filet mignon that nobody wants to eat, that nobody wants, that people will spit out the minute that it enters their digestive system, bro. Like this is how bad this club has gotten. And there's many analogies I can put on it. You can fry this like some fries, bro. You can fry this almost like a deep fried Twinkie. That's how bad this team is, bro. That's how cooked we are.
End the season now. We're not winning no FA Cup, and we're not qualifying for no
FA Cup. People that think we're gonna beat Leeds on Sunday are absolutely dreaming. Leeds just went to Manchester United last week and beat them. I think it was what 2-0, 2-1. Leeds are in form. Their fans are gonna be up for it. They smell the blood. They're shark and blood infested waters right now, bro. Leeds may actually put a crooked number on us because we can't defend to save our lives and we can't even get a shot on target. If I have to give an early prediction on what I think is going to happen in this game, I think I think Leeds win this game 4-0. I think they win 4-0. And it's going to be a convincing 4-0. And the game will be over in the first 20 minutes. This is how bad we are right now. I'm coming on stream saying we're going to get absolutely torn up again 4-0. It wouldn't shock me at all. It just would not shock me, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore, guys. But with that being said, man, I'm going to get on out of here. I've been streaming now for about an hour and 37 minutes, 40 minutes or so. I appreciate everybody that jumped in, tuned in, just got an idea of how I feel about this, man. I mean, unless I see some type of news that Liam Rosenior got sacked. Oh, here it is, guys. Here it is right here, guys. We officially now have the confirmation that he will, hold on. Give me a second. We have just got the confirmation. So David Ornstein just put the dagger out there. I see it on Instagram as well. There is going to be a lot. Yep. There it is right here. As we see right here, guys. Here, let me go ahead and go full screen on this real quick because Liam Rosenior, as it shows here, David Ornstein with the dagger. London will always be blue. Also on Instagram, posting this right now. Liam Rosenior has officially been sacked as Chelsea manager. Letting people know right now, it just happened. So here's the message here. I'm going to go ahead and show this real quick. Liam Rosenior officially sacked as Chelsea manager. We are live right now, and we're going to go over this, man. I mean, I was about to get off, but now we have some stuff to talk about here. Liam Rosenior is officially gone. Chelsea part ways with head coach Liam Rosenior. CFC wanted to give the 41-year-old much longer, but results dictated otherwise. FA Cup and Champions League push key factors. Callum McFarland to take charge before the permanent appointment in the summer. So Callum McFarland will be the interim manager for the rest of the season. And Liam Rosenior has officially been sacked as Chelsea manager. We are now waiting for the club statement from Chelsea Football Club, which will probably come in due time. But this is the first step in getting this club back. He's gone. He's officially been sacked. Now the what needs to happen here is the ownership now needs to get the fuck out. Absolutely. Give me a second. I got a lot of people hitting me up about this. Oh, there it is. Chelsea have officially put out the club statement for Liam Rosenior. He's gone. There it is right here, guys. Here it is. We're going to go ahead and read this. Here we go. Chelsea Football Club today has parted ways with head coach Liam Rosenior. On behalf of everyone at Chelsea FC, we would like to place our gratitude to Liam and his staff for all the efforts during the time with the club. Liam has always conducted himself with the highest integrity and professionalism. Following his appointment midway through the season, this has not been a decision the club has taken lightly. However, recent results and performances have fallen below the necessary standards, which with still so much more to play for this season, everyone at Chelsea FC wishes Liam every success in the future. Callum McFarlane will take charge of the team as interim head coach until the end of the season with support from existing backroom staff as we strive to achieve European qualification and progress in the FA Cup. As the club works to bring stability to the head coach position, we will undertake a process of self-reflection and make the right long-term appointment. Good God, dude. I'm going to have to go ahead and change the title of this real quick if I'm able to. Yeah, let me go ahead and change this real quick. I said must be sacked. He has now been sacked. Change my title. Everybody that is tuning in, can I get your guys' thoughts on this, man? I mean, this doesn't negate the fact of what's been going on here. Thank God. I mean, they finally posted it, man. I mean, good God, bro. This club, bro. I mean, I'm glad that he's gone, but holy shit, dude. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. But yeah, I'm going to probably still get off stream here. But again, to end the stream, man, Liam Rosenior has officially been sacked as Chelsea manager, and now they're going back to Callum McFarlane, the guy that had 2 games in charge, and we'll see what happens, man. I mean, this is the first step. Now it's getting the ownership out. That's all the focus now needs to be turned to, is the ownership now needs to get out. He has officially been sacked. Thank the Lord. Enzo Fernandez asking why fans are abusing him. Bro, maybe because you just got battered. These are the same Chelsea fans who sang his name every game only for him to flirt away. Bro, the reason why he's talking to other teams is because the state of the team is shit. Is shit. So, of course, he's going to want to push for a move away. But the whole team got torn open. The whole team had a new asshole ripped into them, bro. Enzo Fernandez was not good yesterday, but he's not the only player out there that played like shit. Moises Caicedo, the guy that you said is a 100 million pound midfielder, right? Was invisible yesterday. Going up against his former club, invisible, just like Garnacho was last week. Invisible. Nowhere to be seen. We haven't seen Moises Caicedo since the Arsenal game in November, bro. And that was still under Enzo Maresca, by the way. We haven't seen him since. But he's gone worse under Liam Rosenior, bro. But yeah, man. I'm gonna get on out of here. I got work later on in about an hour and a half, so I need to get ready for that. But I'm gonna go to the big screen here for a second. Yeah, I mean, more confirmation, breaking. He's been sacked. Thoughts on the departure of Lee Rosenior as head coach? I mean, thank God. Thank the Lord. In his misery, he needs to go take a sabbatical for himself and get his mental right. Was the abuse that he got fair? I mean, when you're showing you don't have any tactical know-how at a football club like this, none of the racial comments or anything like that is acceptable. But when you're talking about his discipline on the pitch and how he's able to not get these players to play, yeah, I mean, he wasn't the right appointment. He was never the right appointment ever. But again, it's just more of a reason, bro. And like this shot here, look at Joel Hato, bro. Mark Cucurella can't even look at him, holding his hand on his heart, like I'm sorry, bro. I mean, if I'm being completely honest with you, man, we can be sorry, we can be, you know, understanding and stuff like that. Like we understand that this job is not easy to just take on the mantle immediately, but when you're over here, honestly, just going along with whatever this ownership wants, then yeah, you're gonna have a problem going forward, bro. Like you really, really will. And the fans saw right through you. Everyone saw right through you that you were the puppet for this club, and now you're looking like an absolute embarrassment of a manager because you didn't have the cojones to really say like this is enough. Like you really didn't. But this shot here will forever be etched in my head that he did this right before he got sacked, and players are just looking at him like you should have never been here in the first place. Blue Coat single-handedly ruined the entire season, bro.
Over between Chelsea and Liam Rosenior, the manager has been sacked with immediate effect. Rosenior will no longer be the Chelsea coach after the recent results, last 5 games, 5 defeats, and also 0 goals scored. So it's over for Rosenior. Chelsea will change the manager. Decision made, and it's now confirmed.
Yeah.
Breaking news, it's over between Chelsea and Liam Rosenior. The manager has been sacked.
David Ornstein with the initial dagger. Chelsea Africa, I don't know if you're watching, but again, I know you were one of the main people that weren't for Liam Rosenior. So I know you're happy that he's gone. A lot of Chelsea fans are happy that he's gone, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and like your post, man. I mean, it's the truth. Key line in that statement: as the club works to bring stability to the head coach position, we will undertake a process of self-reflection to make the right long-term appointment. I mean, you had that in Enzo Maresca, in my opinion, but if you're going to undertake a process of self-reflection, you're not going to announce who the new manager is until the World Cup starts or even after the World Cup. You need to take some serious time and look at who you can bring in with no European football next season. That's what's going to need to happen, man. Best news this week. Yeah, it is the best news this week so far. The next biggest piece of news that we would like to see is club statement. We are officially putting the club up for sale. That's the next statement I'm looking for. Liam Rosenior has been sacked. He shouldn't have been the only one. Adios, sir. Hopefully you can find a job at a different level for yourself. Yeah, sacked by Chelsea. I'm going to keep on showing this, man. It is one of the biggest pieces of news we've gotten this week. So we'll see if players can turn their form around now that he's gone. But again, I think they're many shot. But David Ornstein put the dagger out there that he's gone. And not even 2 minutes later, you had the official club statement. It sucks for him. And I don't want to hear people bring up race in this because even if he was a white manager, he would have got sacked. If you're a Latin manager, you would have got sacked. Having 5 straight defeats in the league and you don't score a goal, yeah, that's a sackable offense, bro. So yeah, he's gone. I've seen people try to do that like race baiting shit, bro. Don't do that because it's nothing to do with the color of his skin. It has everything to do that he was tactically inept and he had no idea what he was doing at a club at this level. He just didn't. But yeah, I'll do one last refresh. Yeah. Keep on pushing it, Matisse. You have one of the biggest platforms in the Chelsea community, bro. Keep on pushing that message. And I'm pushing it on my side, not with the biggest platform, but with people watching and hearing how I feel about it. Like I said, if there's any American Chelsea fans, content creators, or just fans that want to talk about the sport and just want to talk about what the hell is going on at the club, we need to collaborate and we need to get our own movement out here in the United States, bro. Because this Lee Rosenior leaving is just the first step in getting this ownership out. But yeah, let me go ahead and go full screen here. All right, hold on. I'll just go with this one. Liam Rosenior has officially been sacked. It is a good day so far. We got the first part out. The next part is getting Blueco out. After this, we just need to continue to bring the banners, continue to push the message online, continue to push the message in the streets, in London. Excuse me. In London, and all that. It makes me physically sick that this club is where it is. But again, the ownership only has themselves to blame for this, that they're in this position. When you're in the same position you were 3 years ago, the only difference is now you're 7th. And now you have a possibility of dropping down to 11th after this weekend's games. Yeah, bro. Enough is enough. I've already seen this team finish 10th in my lifetime. I've seen them finish 12th in my lifetime. I'm saying they're finishing 14th. But with Liam Rosenior gone, maybe shit changes. Maybe the players actually have a new bounce because they're playing for a different manager. But even then, I just think they're mentally shot, bro. So Callum McFarlane is taking charge at the weekend against Leeds. Maybe there's a possibility I'll watch this game now that Liam Rosenior is not on the sideline. But the message is still clear. Blueco out. It does not matter. You can sack Liam Rosenior all you want. You guys still need to get the fuck out of the club. It does not matter. But with that being said, I'm going to get ready for work. I'm going to go clean my body up, do all that good shit. The music in the background, if you were able to hear it, was some Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire lo-fi music. I really use that for streams. It keeps me focused and it keeps me engaged. And I encourage anybody that is going through anything mentally or anything tough, if you're stressed out, listen to some lo-fi. It's going to really bring you back to baseline, and it's going to bring you some type of calmness inside of your body. I deal with a lot of anxiety issues. And the one thing I always do is I listen to podcasts or I listen to just relaxing music that can get my mind right. So I recommend lo-fi for anybody watching. I recommend anything like that, right? If you're going through anything mentally, you have issues like that, talk to somebody who will listen to you, right? But yeah, with that being said, I know the club is ruining a lot of people's mentals, and that's why I'm encouraging people to just take a break from watching the team. Take a break from it, because you don't need your mental health compromised for 2 hours and then have it ruin your entire weekend. You guys don't need that. The message will be even clearer once we go back to the bridge and there's not a lot of fans in the stadium. But the problem is, if we're going to continue to fill up Stamford Bridge, then you're just putting money in the pockets. But then again, there's season ticket holders that pay before the season, so they're going to attend games. I think with this now, you're towards the end of the season, there's really nothing to fight for. Why are we showing up to games? I don't want to hear that they've already paid before the season. At this point, there's nothing left to fight for, so why are we attending games still? You had fans leaving after the second goal in the second half, and that was what, in the 50th something minute? It's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate everyone watching. Drop a like. I got my socials on the bottom. I'm not putting my Instagram up there yet because I don't want people following my personal Instagram. I'm gonna probably make a separate Instagram for my channel so I can upload my clips and my shorts there as well to get a following on there. I'll probably open up a TikTok at some point, and I'll probably start expanding to Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and all that stuff to get more engagement, to get more people to understand the message that Blue Coat needs to get out of this club, and that private equity does not belong in football. So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys. I'm Jason. No Filter Chels. Follow the socials. Drop a like, comment, share this live stream. Get the message out. Blue Co must get the fuck out of the club. Lemur Senior has officially been sacked. The club statement is up on all the social media platforms. David Ornstein put the dagger out. Fabrizio Romano has also put out the story that he has been sacked. And Nazar Kinsella, every major journalist that you're looking at has posted the story, and the club statement has come out. He is officially gone. Callum McFarlane will now be the interim manager for the rest of the season, and we'll see what appointment we get over the summer. But with that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace out. Enjoy your day. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay dry. If you're living out here on the West Coast, it's been raining a lot. But just get your minds right, everybody, because I think there's a bigger storm coming now that Liam Rosenior is gone. And now we really got to push the issue even more. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace and love. I love you all.